All right. Okay, so I think we're recording now.
Great.
Yep. Okay. So, and so this is actually one of the sites that I want you to work on
Okay.
if you're willing and
Yeah.
interested. But so we can see that in our dashboard, we've got 13 posts and 10 pages. So each of those pages of content
Hmm.
should have its own SEO page title and meta description. And I don't know if they do currently, or some of these, if they do, they may need to be looked at. So there are a couple of ways to go about this. Um, Kind of the easiest sort of down and dirty way to do it is if we come, say, to the home page and we edit this page.
Hmm.
This is while we're logged in, of course.
Yeah.
You'll see that down here we get past the Divi Builder stuff, and here's Yoast SEO.
Hmm.
And this is where we edit this information. So we need to expand that. And what we're concerned about is this snippet.
Yeah.
So the snippet is what shows up in search results. Now, that being said, that's not always true. And I said most of the time or some of the time, the meta description and the title is what shows up. Actually, Google messes with this sometimes. You might put a meta description in there and Google decides, no, you know what, I don't really like that meta description. I'm going to use something else. That being said, their default by and large is to use what you've put here as a meta description. So that's why it's pretty important. So, and then the snippet preview is attempting to mimic the look, right, of a search result.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
we get the SEO page title, we get the URL where you can find it, and then we get the meta description. So to edit it, surprise, surprise, we just go to edit snippet. And you can see actually what they've done here is the default is mobile because Google does mobile first indexing now. So it's not going to look remarkably different on a desktop, but anyway, you don't really need to worry about that. It's just the editing part.
Yeah.
So Yoast SEO is built to have defaults, at least for SEO title. And so we can ignore those. If we were looking at the SEO title with the defaults, we've got the title of the page, which is Baker Contracting, Schenectady, New York, I think, and then a separator, which is this dash, and then a site title, which is Baker Contracting. Not particularly helpful, right? Because that it really doesn't give the site justice. So there are questions here about what we might want to do, right? We can see that the page title is actually so Baker Contracting, Schenectady, New York.
And remind me, this is the home. This was the home page.
This is the home page. Yep, this is the home page.
Yep.
Yep, which, you know, is a slightly different animal from the other pages, but not terrifically so. So what I would tend to do here, and we can like just delete all that, right? So now nothing is showing up. I think what I did was I copied, well, I guess I didn't do a very good job of it. Anyway, what I'll do sometimes, I'll just copy the page title and then use that as the base to kind of work with.
Okay.
Oops, so we're editing the snippet. So now you'll see here, we got this orange bar. The Yoast is telling us, oh, you know what, this is still a little bit short. We want to bring the character count up to around here to get us green. Generally speaking, we're looking for about 55 to 60 characters, roughly.
Okay.
And then for meta description, we're looking for more. It's more like in the realm of 150. So now, but you might be saying, well, where am I going to get an adequate title from? And so what I'll do is I will preview the page just to look at the content and say, okay, what is some information that I can use here for my snippet?
Yeah.
And actually this, oops, is not bad, I think, for the meta description. So I'll copy that, come down here, and let's see what it does. Oh, it's still
short.
What we could say here in, oh, why is it giving me that? Maybe it's too long here. Wait a minute.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
it was too long, not too short. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to shrink it a little bit. But anyway, it's something to work with.
Yeah.
For title, so there are two, I always kind of say there are two audiences that you want to come visit your website.
Mhm.
There are the people who have heard of you. And so if you do a search for Baker Contracting, your site darn well better come up, right?
Yeah.
Because you are Baker Contracting. But then there are also the people who have never heard of you, so they're never going to search for Baker Contracting, but they
Yeah.
need the goods or the services that you provide.
Yeah.
So those are the people that are searching for, full historical restoration, Schenectady, New York. And we want this website to show up for those types of searches too.
Hmm.
And that's where I wouldn't call it gaming, but that's where we need to think about those types of keywords and keyword phrases that a person might use to search. And we want to use those keywords in the SEO titles and the meta description.
Hmm.
Now, something I didn't say before is that really every page and every post on a website should have unique meta titles or page type SEO page titles and meta descriptions. You should not have any duplicates. So look at that. I got rid of full.
Oh.
We got the greens. So I'm okay with this for the meta description. But here, what are we going to say? I think what we want.
So is there where you'd put something like full service renovation or home renovation?
Something.
And just something like that a search engine would, that somebody would search essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Commercial contractor, that's like, right? Commercial contracting. Historic renovations. Baker Contracting. Too much.
Now, just a question. So the choice to use the word historic renovations instead of like home renovation, is
Oh, you
that
know what?
because
There you go.
they're
Yeah, I
niche?
like that.
Okay. Because I was just thinking that might be a more general term that someone would.
Absolutely. Darn it, that city is so long. I shouldn't be too concerned about Schenectady, actually, because Google tends to favor local and
Okay.
local search. And like if you do, let's say if we do right now, home renovations, Schenectady, we get what's called this local pack.
Yeah.
And so I don't even know if Baker's going to show up there. Probably not. But you should show. I mean, that's where your goal is to try to show up there. So you don't always have to put Schenectady or Capital Region or something
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that in the SEO page title. And that's, I don't know that that does.
Would you ever use their like logo in there? Like that, would they say something the past building the future? Or is that too
Well, yeah, it's a great question. And I kind of think that doesn't say much.
yeah.
I mean, it's nice as a tagline,
Yeah.
but other than that, yeah. So anyway, I'll look at the page too to see if there's like more I can draw out of here.
Now, did you write that content on the page
I
itself?
didn't. Nope.
Okay.
No, this was content that they put together. I mean, sometimes people do pay me to do content, um, but not on this website. So this is the snippet up here. Oh, you know what? So we've got contracting twice. No need for that, right?
Yeah.
About commercial construction,
Yeah.
home renovation. That's not bad. I mean, that kind of sums up pretty tidily what they do. Now, we do have Baker contracting in the SEO page title and in the meta description. And I don't know that that is necessary.
Would you ever use like we tackle all types of invasive construction, or is it not from that perspective?
Yep. No, we can, yeah, let's see how it looks. That also buys us some characters.
Yeah.
And we can do things like call. I don't remember what their phone number is. This is okay to have because to have like a call to action like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because actually, I don't like the dots. Because because anyway, a call to remember that a person is going to be seeing this, and having a call to action is an effort to tell a person what to do, and people on the web like to be told what to do. They're more likely to do it if you tell them to do it.
Just a quick question. Do you so there you said because Google favors local places, there's no need to put that in the title. Would you put the location in the meta description though? Like,
Yep.
I guess what I'm wondering is if you don't include that anywhere, would that
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
them like almost disqualify them from if somebody specifically searches like Schenectady?
Oh, I wouldn't say necessarily, but no, but your intuition is good.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm also wondering if types and phases sounds redundant. Like if you could save some characters by saying
yeah.
just all phases or
So let's see. How's that look to you?
I like the end more. I think that looks good. From commercial build system.
So we got greens and greens. So I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say update. Now, I want to show you too, if you're ever kind of looking at a web page, right up here is where the SEO page title also appears.
Oh, okay.
So now it's also the case that you're having an SEO page title that is different from the actual page title here is good because it kind of gives you additional characters and words to work with. While I do often copy this to start, I usually don't keep it exactly the same. Sometimes I do, but because
So that's like
sometimes
the internal page title. Just wanted to clarify
that's
that.
right. Yep.
Yeah. Versus the SEO page title. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, so do I not have to worry about the slug? How it said slug there.
That's right. Yeah, the slug is just the URL.
Okay.
And in this case, the slug is just the home page. So
Got it.
there really is actually not a slug this time. So why don't we do this? Why don't we look at what other pages we got? Look at published ones. Okay, actually there aren't so many. So this and this we can edit, and we can take these to draft because they're not being used.
Is the green dot on the far right to do with SEO content?
Yeah, so this is, you're right. So this is Yoast prompting us to say this is good or bad.
Okay.
So now I don't know why it says needs improvement. I mean, let's see what it says. I don't, that was the one we just did. So I often don't pay attention to that, but it is a helpful little guide. Let's see, readability analysis. Oh, this is talking about the page itself.
Oh, okay, the content on the page.
Yeah. So and I never use this to put in like a focus key phrase or whatever, because then it's a nice tool. Yoast is a nice tool. I never use it fully, but I use it for this part anyway, because I feel like I have a decent enough sense of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, honestly, any page on any website at any time can always be improved upon. For sure. So, okay, there aren't as many. Let's see. This one, thank you. That one does not need any SEO page title, because this one, actually, I'll show you what else you can do with Yoast. This is a thank you page where a person is taken after they've filled out a form. And it's meaningless for search purposes.
Oh, I see.
And in fact, I don't even want search engines to know about it. So I think I probably came here. Oh, we want this to be no index.
Got it.
And that'll tell the search engines, just ignore this page. Doesn't mean it cannot be found, but why would you ever just go to the thank you page?
Yeah.
I mean, right, if you look at it, it just says, thanks, all it is. So anyway, back to the pages. So why don't we go to, oh gosh, how about this one? Edit. So we're going to come down here. What I'm going to do, oh, what is this? Wait a minute. I don't know that this page is even used. Wait a minute.
Is that under like portfolio or something? Why does this page, is this the old website?
This is the existing one. What we do. Oh shit. All right, that's there. We didn't even do that one. Oh, all right. Well, that's an error. Nuts. I got to come back to this. But anyhow, what I want to do is, don't worry about the way this page looks right now, but let's worry about the snippet.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I've given you control of the mouse. So go ahead, do this snippet.
Well, I can't scroll down though still.
What?
Oh, now it's going. That was weird. Okay, so go to the Yoast part. All right, edit snippet. So this part, did you just want me to look at the title or the snippet or both?
Yeah, so in this case, no, both of them, the title and the meta description. So it looks like in this case, there actually was a page title and a meta description put into place.
Okay.
So in this, and then we're getting greens, but I guess the question would be, here's an opportunity to revisit it.
Yeah.
Is this, like is
this the page title, what's currently there?
Well, how do you find out?
Let's see. What we do. That's pretty basic. Well, I don't know if it looks great to have it like that, at least.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this is very useful or says very much
Hmm.
to somebody who's searching.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would say we could be a little bit more active.
Yeah.
Use a little more active voice in this title.
Um, I wonder if I mean, it's a little bit simpler, but saying our approach to your,
Okay, Madeline, I'm going to say stop right there.
yeah,
And here's why. Go look at the content. What's content say? Because ultimately, the SEO
um,
title and meta description have to be reflective of what's on the page.
right. Oh, so you're saying even if that page isn't what it's going to be, still we can still use it.
Well, I mean, this page just needs to be reformatted. That's
Oh,
number one.
okay. Okay.
But the content, I assume, is going to stay the same.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that that page was going to be completely redone. So
Oh,
I was like, oh.
nope.
And this is how you did it, right? Just look at the
Yeah, yep.
read the page. Okay. This actually, I don't feel like this is bad. It'll make the job easy for you. Mind.
Um, I would say that's not bad for meta description. Probably
Yeah.
not for page title.
Right.
Um, I think that the page title has to be more about the type of work that Baker Contracting does.
Okay. So it'd probably be more along the lines of the types of projects that they do, as opposed to their approach to the projects.
Well, yeah, I mean, right. I mean, they say what we do, but then they kind of describe how we do it. Well, I guess there's all those bulleted items are what we do too. So the so I think it has to be some sort of, well, just focusing on the title now. Um, it's I'm thinking, and I'm not always right here by any stretch, but something like thinking out loud of full service construction company or um, but yet conveying their voice too,
Yeah.
without being just but what we do, no one is ever going to search for what we do and
Yeah.
go to a contracting website.
Yeah. So it has to be something that's more searchable, like our well, this doesn't make sense, but something like our construction special. I don't know the right word for it right now, but like our construction specialties or um,
Mm-hmm.
our services for
Yeah. Oh, how about our home and commercial
yeah,
construction services?
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Okay. I'm sorry, how do I get out of I'm like a little confused with the zoom up. How do I get out of the preview on this page?
Well, can you see the other tabs up above?
Yes, I can.
So keep the preview up, but it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one to the left. Yeah.
Oh, there we
So,
go. Okay.
and I wouldn't even say our because it's obvious that it's our, right? It's
Yeah. And what was it? Home services,
home, I think construction.
construction services. Maker contracting. So then that would be what goes. So then what I'm seeing is that even if the page is like the internal page name is called what we do or whatever, that doesn't not have to be in the title. It's
It
what
does
you
not. And in fact, it's recommended that it's at least a little bit different because that gives you a kind of a second bite at the apple in terms of keywords.
Yeah. Now, do you ever, this is a very small question, do you ever use the and symbol instead of the and to save characters, or is that not something like that?
Sometimes it just doesn't read as well.
Yeah,
So if you can avoid it, I would avoid it.
got it. Okay. So this, I feel like if we added any more, it would be too long. So does that work as a title?
Um, yes.
My,
Or that
oh,
could be like in the capital region, for
that's what I
instance.
was just gonna say, actually, like if we could put,
Mhm.
I was gonna say Schenectady, but yeah, I guess Capital Region is a little bit broader.
Or yeah, I mean either one. It's throughout the website. We kind of want to have a mix of all those words.
Okay, great. So then Baker Contracting does not have to be in the SEO title either.
Nope.
Okay, that is helpful. Did I use the wrong capital? I'm trying to remember.
What's that?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out if I used the wrong capital.
No, the O
No,
is only
that's
the building.
it. Sorry, my baby didn't sleep very well last night.
Yeah.
Okay, capital region. I feel like there needs to be another word there. Not construction because we already. What about capital region renovation? Capital region. Like just saying capital region feels a little bit
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
abrupt, but
Well, what if it said commercial and home construction services in New York's capital region?
oh, I like that. New York. Oh,
And I think you can get rid of the hyphen, right? I don't think we need that.
hmm. So
Ooh, we
say,
have an extra space at the end.
oh, do we?
That might do it. No, close.
Is this where I would use the and symbol?
No, maybe. Well, yeah, or it could be NY instead of New York's,
Yeah, it's true. It's a little bit.
or in the NY capital region, maybe.
So
And I would
then,
I would probably not capitalize in and the.
oh, okay. Does that mean though somebody would have to search for NY specifically, or would
No,
enough to
that's
pick
the
up New York?
beauty of Google. They're pretty smart.
Wait, in the NY's capital region, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think you just want to get rid of the apostrophe s.
Oh, you would get rid of
Well,
that.
I would because NY capital region is probably more search friendly than NY apostrophe s capital region.
Okay. Commercial and home construction services in the NY capital region. I like that.
Yeah, and then I mean, well, I'm sorry, I was asking you to do it, and then here I am.
No, that's okay. It's helpful to just talk through it and hear how you think too, because I feel like I have ideas or intuitions about it, but you have the experience. So, and I don't know quite what I can and can't do yet. So it's helpful to know that I could have, put that as NY instead of New York
Uh-huh.
or, yeah. So then in terms of meta description, I do like that we make it easier for you, but I
Yeah.
wonder if we could say something like we make home renovation easy for you, or
About well, here's a case where I would say I would lead with Baker Contracting
okay.
makes, and then it's a way to get the name of the company in.
Do I want to say home because we just use commercial and home? Um, Plus, they had that whole list of stuff on the page. That's why. I
Right.
just want to say Baker Contracting offers like something about the types of services they offer, and then we make it easy for you with or Baker, they make it easy for you with their design and build approach. Now, here's a question. It seems like on the page, they really have a lot to say about their design approach. Is that something that we would necessarily then want to put in, or is it more about, again, just what other people would look for?
Well, we cannot stray too far from the content on the
Right.
page. And in fact, we really shouldn't stray, I would say. But you know, um, but because of what the website is about, I mean, I agree with you that the whole making it easy for you is a good thing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
somebody might read that and say, oh, good, my last construction project was such a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So, saying something like Baker Contracting um, um, makes or will make, and again, just sort of thinking out loud,
Yeah.
your next what construction or renter or contracting project easy for you, and that sounds a little forced, but
Yeah. Renovation. I don't want to say simple or makes your next renovation. Well, let's try easy. Let's try easy for you and see what it makes renovation easy for you. What do you think of of keeping the list of services?
yeah, I mean, maybe um, we need to work a little bit on the English of the first sentence, but in the second,
Yeah.
maybe our projects include or our services include. We offer,
A full range of services, including historical renovations.
yeah, I mean, we're just kind of running out of characters then, but we can try that.
Yeah, it's a little long.
Yeah, that's where I would just say our services include is
Okay.
many fewer characters.
Okay. And I guess we can work on this list, but maybe we should go back to the first sentence first.
Yeah.
um, Figure to
What
contract.
about switching it around and say something like, make your next renovation project easy with Baker Contracting?
Oh, I like that. Um, Make your next. I don't know if I like how renovation projects sound.
Yeah, make your next renovation.
Yeah, easy with Baker. Now I don't feel like we should put renovation here again.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to include commercial there.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, Include commercial. Maybe we should. Do you think we should just do away with historical renovation?
yeah.
Put renovation. Okay. Commercial. Well, we already put construction in the title, but
How about builds?
uh, commercial builds, additions. Should I put home? Oh, we're running out of characters, but I kind of wanted to put home additions.
Sure. Let's see. I think
I wonder if it.
maybe
If,
we can tuck it in there.
home additions. Our services include commercial builds, home additions. I almost wish I could say home additions and remodeling, custom millwork, and masonry, but I don't know if we
Well, you
do.
could say home additions remodels. I mean, I think they home additions, comma remodels,
Yeah,
custom millwork and masonry. I mean, it's just a snapshot or a little bit of what they do, but
yeah, because I want to include some of those because the list is on that page.
mhm.
Commercial builds, home additions, remodels, custom millwork, and masonry. I kind of almost want to put masonry in more, but I don't know if that's too much.
Well, I think when you say our services include, the more is sort of implied.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Mm,
Oh, I mean, this is certainly way better than it was.
yeah.
Let's
You're
take
right,
a
I
look
guess.
at it. Let's see how it appears.
Okay. So this.
I think you can leave that open. It's just
Okay.
got to go up a little bit on this,
Oh, okay.
the sort of the preview. There you go. In the NY capital region.
I feel like that sounds a little awkward, but
It does sound awkward.
commercial home construction services, and I like New York's capital region, but I don't know if I like NY's capital region.
Yeah.
What if it's NY capital region, commercial and home construction services?
Yeah.
Put that first.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. When like going Mac to PC when you're sharing the screen is tricky sometimes.
Oh, okay. I'll just, yeah, because I'm trying to put my, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that better.
I mean, if someone finds that on a search engine, right, that's enticing.
Yeah, I agree. I like how that looks.
Okay. Update.
Great.
So now, the question is, what is the best way? Well, actually, let me ask you, from what we just did, would you feel comfortable doing this on the other pages in the posts?
I think so. I mean, I might want to do one more and like see what you think about it then before doing a bunch, just to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that but I mean, I feel like I can do it and I like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, if you feel comfortable, if you feel like I'm at a good place with it. I think again, I think I understand it and I think the instincts are there. It's just probably picking up some of those little experiential things along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to, well, a couple things. One is this is still a staging site, so there's no life or death issue going on here. It's not so many, I don't think, that if you took a whack, or maybe if you want to like do another one and run it by me and I'll take a look and offer some suggestions, that's fine. And before moving on to the others. Um, but I was going to say, so that there's a way to do it this way, which is to, like go into each page, each post and do it. Or, I mean, you can even like put it in a spreadsheet and do it that way.
Oh, I
But,
see. And
but,
then,
and then just kind of, you could share that and then the whole spreadsheet. Sometimes it's easier to see it when it's laid out like that, but sometimes not.
yeah.
Actually, so
Well,
I'll show you. Here's a trick too. I'm going to take control of the mouse again.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Abort control. It's like a spaceship here on Zoom. Okay, anyway, if you go to SEO and go to tools, you can actually see in this, they have a bulk editor tool, and
Wow.
it's possible to see all we just clicked all the published pages and we're in titles. So these are all the titles here.
Oh, that's helpful.
Pretty cool, right? But
Yeah.
we can look at, let's see if we just want to look at pages. Why is there so many? Draft home. Why does it say that's published? I thought we did away with that. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. We just got to take this to draft as well. That's why. Oh, anyhow, we can see whether they have them or not.
Okay. So yeah, I see the what we do. That was what we
Yeah.
did. So the
Yep.
title there is still, oh, okay. So it has a title than the existing SEO title.
Yep. And you can actually type in a new one there.
Oh,
And
look
so
at
if we
that.
want to look at posts. Oh, wait, before we're on. Yeah, well, okay. We'll look at posts. Looking at published posts. These are going to be a little trickier to come up with different information.
Hmm.
These are their,
Yeah.
product projects that they've done.
So you'd want the SEO
Um,
titles and
Actually, let me
what
see this.
your
Hold on a minute, because uh, let me just see this one. Hold on a minute. I think projects. Let's look at projects.
now how come there were so many more in the
Yeah. Because, well, we've been dealing with them, with the Baker people, and them deciding which ones they actually wanted to have on the website.
oh, I see.
And so, uh,
Trying to figure out where these appear on the front end of the website. Is it a page?
well, you're not going to see them on Baker Contracting. They would
Right.
be. So, okay. Um, so if we want, this is a project, not a post. So this is,
Oh, is this in portfolio?
it is.
Okay. So the portfolio has a bunch of different projects that people can look at.
Correct.
Oh, I see. And each of those needs an SEO title and meta
Yeah.
description.
So what I was going to say here is forget about the posts, wherever they are, posts. Ignore posts
Okay.
and focus on projects. Each project would need one.
Got it. So maybe what I could do then is start with the pages, and instead of like doing one page one and then showing you, maybe I can just do the pages ones, and then you could look at those before I do the project ones. Just
Sure.
to make sure I have
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. And I will say, I mean, the unfortunately with this particular website, but it's not going to be the only website where that we have. But anyway, in terms of pages of substance, the only one we're really left with is portfolio. The,
Okay.
sitemap and site credits, yeah, that's a pretty big yawn.
Yeah.
Testimonials, also nothing too exciting there. Thank you. We already know we're not going to do. We already did what we do. So
So just
contact.
portfolio.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do the contact one
No,
because
I would do it. I would do
okay.
it. It's just not very exciting. That's all.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Because I was like, I feel
If
like
we look at a
contact would be
page,
important if
the,
somebody
the
Googled
SEO. Oh,
something.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What?
Oh, I
But
was just saying, I felt like the contact page would actually be important in the SEO.
well, yeah, no, I mean not so much because everyone can find a contact page.
Oh, it's true.
So it's just not. I mean, it's not unimportant. There better be a contact page.
Yeah.
So, but it's just going to say something almost like what it says already: contact Baker Contracting. Actually, contact New York Capital Region contractor, or whatever it is, something. So, yeah, I mean, there is some room to be a little bit creative, but
Yeah. But they're mostly pretty straightforward.
yeah, yeah.
So just a quick question then about, so I assume then that this would be a different project on Zoho,
Yes.
and I need a login information for,
Yeah, yeah, I'll have to give you a user.
and then my last question was, it's helpful for me just to have like a general idea of how much time you'd want me to spend on it, just because like you
Oh, yeah.
just
Yeah, sure. Fair enough.
so
Yep. So, I mean, when you're getting started with the with this SEO stuff, I mean, uh, you know, don't kill yourself over it. So, like maybe, um, maybe to start, it's like 10, 15 minutes per page or post.
okay.
But once you kind of get the hang of it, honestly, it takes like 5 minutes. You're just like, okay, here's the, I don't, I want you to put some thought into it, of course, but you'll see. This is not rocket science, but it is, it's important. It is important work.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's helpful just
Does,
because.
does that, like, were you expecting me to say that or something else?
Oh no, no, that's helpful. I just wasn't like you even said, you could probably edit something till your face turns blue to make it like you can always optimize it more.
Yeah.
So that's all I was wondering.
Yeah.
Is yeah, you can always do more.
I mean, especially like with these particular ones, some of these, I mean, the projects are going to be a little bit more important, but some of these pages, initially are just like really stupid pages. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
but yeah, I do have another website, I think, after this. So let's
Great.
take a whack at this.
Sure.
So actually, let's see, where are we? So we're going to go back into the dashboard and go to users. I don't think you're in there. No, you're not. So let's add a new.
And is it all right if I get this done the next couple days? Or do you need it
Absolutely.
like
Yeah,
pressing?
there's
Okay,
no pressure on this one.
great, great. Um, okay, I might have to go because I think my baby just woke up.
No problem.
But thanks for taking the time to show me and everything, and I'm glad it was recorded so I can
Yep.
go back and
I'll share the recording with you so you have it.
okay. Thanks, Cliff.
All righty. Talk
Okay.
to you later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.